Hello and welcome to this Dr. Ross Maths key skill video on finding unknown lengths given two similar shapes where one is inscribed in the other. Now what I mean by that is that this triangle here, can you see that this triangle here is inside this larger triangle? And remember that two shapes are similar if they have the same shape but not necessarily the same size. So we can see that this triangle here, the shaded one, is the same shape as that big triangle here, the whole thing. And the strategy was to first find the scale factor in terms of length from the smaller triangle to the bigger triangle. So how many times bigger are the lengths getting from the small triangle to the big triangle? Now it might be helpful to draw out the two triangles. So we've got the smaller triangle and then we've got the bigger triangle. And let's think about the lengths on each. We can see on this smaller triangle, this shaded one here, that length's 5 and the bottom length 6. And on this bigger triangle, that right length here is 7, that is the 5 plus the 2. And then we've got the x at the bottom. So now we can just use these two triangles to make our calculation. Well, remember, we always first find out what that scale factor of length is. So if we look at the right length of this triangle and the right length of this triangle, because they're corresponding lengths, the 5 is becoming 7. How many times big is it? So the scale factor, I use SF for scale factor of length. You just do the 7 divided by the 5, and that is 1.4. So that means all the lengths are getting 1.4 times bigger to get from this triangle to this triangle. And then, well, if we have that 6, we just need to multiply it by that scale factor of 1.4 to get x. So x is just equal to the 6 multiplied by the 1.4, and that is equal to 8.4 centimetres. And that is the final answer.